Hey y'all, Kelly Whitney here with another thing older black women should tell younger black women, but don't. You've got to manage your risk. Now, some time ago, I watched Russell Hartley. He's a white male influencer. He frequently appears with Cheer 7. They're kind of like symbiotic. He did a live some weeks ago and he was talking to these, I don't know where these people come from. What are they thinking, you know? But they were asking him questions like, how do I get a man to pay for my bills and this and that? He tried to answer them, in a reasonable way, given the idiotic material he was given to work with. But he ended up stumbling on a theme that I would love to just put before you. And it's managing risk. You should not be expecting men to bankroll your lifestyle, especially just after a few dates. You shouldn't even be looking for a man like that. You should be looking for a job or a business to start or something. When you look for situations like that, chances are you're not going to find the type of man that you want, number one. And number two, if you do find a man who's willing to bankroll you and, just sustain your lifestyle, you're going to have to potentially do things that you may not want to do. In my humble opinion, it's always better to have your own money. And when I say managing risk, that's exactly what I mean. Let's just say you found a generous man. He said, you don't have to worry about a thing. You can move in with me. I'll pay for your rent. I'll do this. I'll do that. Da 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 da. You think you'd have stumbled upon a straight up lick. And then all of a sudden, things change. Maybe he found a new plaything. Maybe he got an attitude. Maybe his money all of a sudden got funny. Now, what's the first thing he gonna cut? Yo, monkey ball ass, okay? Trust and know, if you enter a relationship on the wrong terms, you will get cut. Just like faulty ass terms in a bum ass contract. So in order for you to manage your risk, you simply must have your own money. I'm not saying you shouldn't expect men to pay for dates. 50 Cent himself said, the person who asked for the date should pay for the date. I'm definitely not saying that once you and a man get together that he should not bless you occasionally with some sort of consideration. But expecting a man to just bankroll your lifestyle that you just met or even that you've known for a while, it's risky, girls, and I just can't get behind it. I know we need a life of ease, girls, and I know we need to rest, and I know it's not good for us to work too hard. I'm not a proponent of such things myself. But at the same time, you do need your own coins. You must have your own income generating streams. And if you don't have a way to generate income, you need to find one. Full stop. And the reason why I'm just not a big proponent of having a man take care of all a woman's financial needs and she has no ability to sustain herself without him, things change. Women get old. Men start acting funny. They go through midlife crises. Any number of things could jump off and all of a sudden, your ass is at a deficit. Oh, it just sounds uncomfortable. Sounds like your ass gonna be eating McDonald's or some such horrible thing, girl. No. Trust your auntie. Just have your own money. A man should not be dipping into your pockets if y'all are dating. But I want you to understand that having your own does not mean you need to share yours with him. It's just a numbers game. You see what I'm saying? Men can make more money than you just because they're men. It's not fair, but this is the game. And you know what I say, girls? Play to win. I do. Without fail. I don't want you to get into a situation where all of a sudden the story has changed, you find yourself on the bad end of a losing deal, and you're wondering, what on earth am I going to do? I never want you to be in that situation. That way lies ruin. That way lies mistreatment, harsh conditions, potential abuse. No, dear. You always want to manage your risk, and you never want to get into a situation where somebody has so much control over you that they can both feed and starve you. Never cut down on every revenue stream, trusting that a man is always going to do right. I pray that he does, but in the event that he doesn't, you need to have your own coins. Let's just say the ideal scenario manifested. You found a man who was a provider, and he wanted to be there for you fully, financially, protecting, providing, all that good shit. And you were at home doing your housewife thing, killing the game. Then all of a sudden things changed. he got an attitude with you. All of a sudden he was complaining about the bills and this and that. And the next thing you know, you done found out the secretary's pregnant and he wants a divorce. Even worse, you got to move out of the house because she wants to move in with the new baby. These things happen more often than you think, girls. If it was me, I would be sad. But you know what? The first thing I would do is empty some accounts. And I would skip my happy ass off into the sunset and be okay. You know why? Because I would have been keeping money aside the whole time. Money is important, girls. Don't ever believe any man who tries to tell you otherwise. Because I dare you to go out into these mean-ass streets, Chicago or otherwise, and try to make do with no funds. And I think older Black women don't often talk to younger Black women about managing risk when it comes to men because they have not done so. They may have gotten out there bad and made all the mistakes that I just cautioned you against. Perhaps they don't feel that they can tell you such things. How could they when they did not take their own advice? Your internet auntie, thankfully, I've never been in such a situation. So I will run all the tea, as they say, and tell you everything that I think you should and should not do. Make sure you have your own, even as you look for the soft life. Make sure you can give it to yourself. And that way you immediately set the bar at a certain standard. So he knows what you will and will not tolerate. And if you are in a scenario where you're married to a provider, make sure you keep your money to the side, girls. And if possible, make sure you have some revenue generating streams in place. Maybe things he doesn't know about. No harm in keeping a secret like that. And even if you don't want to keep any secrets, just make sure you have accounts that are in your name only. Always manage your risk, girls. Marilyn Monroe had the sentiment best in How to Marry a Millionaire. She said, if a girl is always worried about the money she doesn't have, how am I going to have any time for falling in love? That ends my TED Talk for today. I'll see y'all tomorrow.